Hello everybody! If you want to read all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short Story 720, The Missing Shelf. Upper Beginner. Penelope, or Penny, was a brilliant librarian. She liked things quiet, tidy, and in the correct place. Every Monday morning, she started work at the local municipal library. Penny poured a cup of tea, put on her reading glasses, and began checking the trolleys full of returned books. Everything was normal until 8:15 a.m. She walked towards the back wall, where the important classic novels lived. Penny stopped. She stared. "Gary!" she shouted. Gary, the library assistant, was watering a small plant by the window. He was a very relaxed person. "Morning, Penny. Is something the matter?" Penny pointed a shaking finger at the empty space by the wall. "The shelf, Gary. The enormous, brown, wooden shelf. It is missing. All the classics. Shakespeare, Austen, Dickens. They are gone." Gary slowly put down the watering can. He looked at the empty space. "Oh, that is odd," he said. Penny was starting to panic. "Odd, Gary? This is a crisis. Where do you think an enormous shelf could go?" They searched everywhere. They looked behind the public computers. They looked inside the large cupboard where old magazines were kept. They even looked under Penny's desk, which was very difficult because it was full of spare paper and old rubber bands. No shelf. "Gary, did you see anyone moving it on Friday?" Penny asked. Gary scratched his chin. Now you mention it, I did move something heavy." Penny's face went red. "And you didn't think to tell me?" Gary walked over to the main circulation desk. He knelt down and pointed underneath the counter. The desk had one broken wobbly leg. "The desk was very unstable," Gary explained cheerfully. "So I took the classic shelf, I dismantled it, and used the long side plank as a brilliant prop. It fits perfectly." Penny stared at the sturdy wooden plank holding up her desk. The most important books in the world had been sacrificed to stop the counter from wobbling. She took a deep breath. "Well," she said finally, "at least the problem is solved." Gary smiled. "Exactly. Now, where should we put the classic books?" Penny sighed and went to put the kettle on. It was going to be a long week. Vocabulary notes. Tidy, adjective. Definition. Arranged neatly and in order, having everything in its correct place. Example. She liked things quiet, tidy, and in the correct place. Another example. Please make sure your desk is tidy before you leave the office. Similar words. Synonyms. Neat, orderly, clean, organized. Opposite, antonym. Messy, chaotic, untidy. Crisis, noun. Definition. A time of intense difficulty, trouble, or danger. A moment when an important decision must be made. Example. Odd. Gary, this is a crisis. Where do you think an enormous shelf could go? Another example. When the main computer stopped working, the whole department was in a crisis. Similar words, synonyms. Emergency, disaster, catastrophe, critical situation. Scratch, verb. Definition. To rub a part of your body, like your skin or head, with your fingernails or a sharp object, often to relieve an itch or when thinking. Example. Gary scratched his chin. Now you mention it, I did move something heavy. Another example. The dog kept scratching at the door because it wanted to come inside. Similar words, synonyms. Rub, graze, scrape. Dismantle, verb. Definition. To take something apart, to separate it into its different pieces. Example, so I took the classic shelf, I dismantled it and used the long side plank as a brilliant prop. Another example, it took the workers 3 hours to dismantle a large stage after the concert. Similar words, synonyms, take apart, disassemble, break down. Opposite, antonym, assemble, build, put together. Wobble, verb, adjective, wobbly. Definition, verb, to move unsteadily from side to side, to be unsteady or shaky. Definition, adjective, wobbly, unstable or likely to move from side to side. Example, the desk had one broken wobbly leg, to stop the counter from wobbling. Another example, the small boat started to wobble when a large wave hit it. Similar words, synonyms, shake, rock, tremble, totter, verb, unstable, shaky, unsteady, adjective. Story written by Gemini. Image created by Gemini. To read all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. CC Music, drifting at 432 Hz, Unicorn Heads.
Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a really charming and honestly a kind of chaotic story called The Missing Shelf. It's all about perfect order, a crazy mystery, and some, let's just say, very creative problem solving. So here's the big question that kicks everything off. What happens when a super tidy librarian's world gets totally turned upside down? I mean, really think about it. Imagine you're someone who loves having everything just so, perfectly organized. And then bam, the most important thing in your world just disappears. What would you even do? All right, so our story kicks off in this quiet little local library. It's a Monday morning, everything seems totally normal, but you guessed it, things are about to get very, very weird. Okay, so let's meet our two main players, and trust me, they could not be more different. First, you've got Penny. She's a brilliant librarian who just lives for quiet, tidy, perfect order. And then there's Gary. He's her assistant, and he is, well, let's just call him a very relaxed guy. This whole odd couple dynamic, it's the key to the entire story. So picture this. It's Monday morning, 8:15 a.m. Penny's just going about her normal routine. Everything's in its place. She walks over to the classic novels section, the important stuff. And then she just stops dead in her tracks. Her perfectly ordered world just came to a screeching halt. Can you just imagine the shock? We're not talking about a book being out of place here. An entire, enormous, brown wooden shelf is just gone. It's missing. All the classics, Shakespeare, Austen, Dickens, they've all vanished along with the shelf itself. Yeah, Penny is not taking this well. And then you get Gary's reaction. Penny is having a full-blown meltdown, right? Gary just looks at this giant empty space on the wall, and his response is just a masterpiece of understatement. All he says is, "Oh, that is odd." Odd? Penny can't believe it. Odd? Gary, this is a crisis. And right there, that's the disconnect, What's just odd to Gary is a total full-blown crisis for Penny. I mean, a huge shelf can't just get up and walk away. Can it? And just like that, the search is on. Penny is absolutely determined to figure out this impossible mystery. But seriously, where do you even begin to look for a giant piece of furniture that's just vanished? Their search gets kind of ridiculous, actually. First, they check behind the public computers. Then they look inside the old magazine cupboard. And this next one really shows you how desperate Penny is. They even look under her own messy desk. Like, really, as if a whole shelf could be hiding under a stack of papers. Okay, so just when it seems like they're getting nowhere, Penny asks the right question. She asks Gary if he saw anyone on Friday. And Gary, he kind of scratches his chin, thinking, and says, I did move something heavy. Ooh, the plot thickens. And there it is, that one little comment from Gary is about to solve the whole mystery. So get ready, because the answer is probably not at all what you're thinking. See, here's the thing. The missing shelf, that wasn't the real problem. At least, not in Gary's mind. The actual problem was something totally different. The main circulation desk had a broken, wobbly leg. And this is where we see Gary's solution. It's either genius or complete madness. You decide. To fix that wobbly desk, he didn't just find some scrap wood. Oh no. He dismantled the entire classics shelf and used one of the planks as a brilliant prop to fix the desk. Problem solved, right? I absolutely love this line from the story because it just sums it all up. The most important books in the world had been sacrificed to stop the counter from wobbling. It just perfectly captures the absurdity of it all from Penny's point of view. The horror, the absolute horror. But you know, in the end, what can Penny really do? She just sighs and says, well, at least the problem is solved. She looks at her now sturdy desk, propped up by a piece of literary history. And I guess she's right. Gary did solve a problem. It just wasn't the one she was worried about. So this was a super fun mystery, right? But it was also packed with some really great vocabulary words. So let's take a minute and break down a few of the key words from the story. First up, we have the word tidy. This word is pure Penny. It just means arranged neatly and in order, having everything in its correct place. You know, the complete opposite of Gary's crazy solution. Next up is crisis. Remember how Penny reacted? For her, the missing shelf was a full-on crisis, a time of intense difficulty or trouble. But for Gary, it was just kind of odd. It really shows how your perspective changes the meaning of a word, doesn't it? Okay, next is the verb to scratch. Think back to when Gary was thinking. What did he do? He scratched his chin. It just means to rub a part of your body with your fingernails, and it's something we often do when we're deep in thought, which is exactly what Gary was doing. And then there's dismantle. This is the perfect word for what Gary did to that poor bookshelf. It means to take something apart, to separate it into all its different pieces. He didn't just move the shelf, he completely dismantled it to get that one plank of wood he needed. And last but not least, we have the word that started this whole mess, wobble. The desk leg was wobbly, which just means it moved unsteadily from side to side. Gary's entire creative plan was all about stopping that counter from wobbling. All right, so we've had a laugh, we've learned some new words, but what's the real takeaway from this whole story about Penny, Gary, and the missing shelf? Well, I think the big lesson here is that sometimes the most creative solutions are hiding in plain sight. We all see problems differently, right? For Penny, the crisis was a missing shelf. For Gary, the problem was a wobbly table. His solution was, well, it was definitely unconventional, but it shows that sometimes you have to look at a problem from a totally different angle to really solve it. And that kind of leaves me with one last question for you. We've all had to deal with a wobbly table, right? So forget just folding up a napkin. What's the most creative solution you've ever come up with or seen? I'd love to know. Thanks so much for tuning in.